We're smoking and thinking about the attacks in Nice, France. I already covered this once on the old channel, but the video was too long, so fuck it. Let's just dig right in. How about we do that? Let's do that. So here's the thing, man. In Nice, France, crazy-ass jihadist, who I'm not supposed to say that, went gnarly and fucking started running motherfuckers over down the road. Killed 83 people. Now here in America, we don't fuck around with ideologies, motivations, or any of that shit. What we focus on is the tool. So I would like to propose now to everybody, all the Trump and fucking Clinton and Sanders and all the other people out there, we really need to get on board for this. We need to ban trucks immediately before they come here. Okay? Now don't worry, folks. I'm not talking about all trucks. Okay? Just, you keep your Forerunners and your little faggy avalanches. No, I gotta start it over. Okay. Alright, folks, welcome to this live edition of Smoke to Think On. It's the Ban Trucks edition. It's the Ban Trucks edition. See, I did this video earlier on the old channel when the attacks in Nice happened, and, well, frankly, YouTube censored the shit out of it, but beyond that, I thought, what the hell, let's bring you folks into my live edition, kind of playing around with how to do this. So I'm going to start recording now, and this is behind the scenes edition, Smoke to Think On. So I want you guys to take that into account. All right, here we go. Hi there, folks, and welcome to today's episode of Smoke to Think On. Today is the Ban Trucks edition. See, in Nice, France, a few week ago, crazy madman went plowing through a fucking field full of folks and killed 83 people. I know it was a street. I was plowing fields. Anyway. Killed 83 people. It was a horrible atrocity. Now, here in America, we don't fiddle around with, labels like jihadist or concern ourselves with motivation like radical Islam. What we focus on in this country is the tools people use to go nutty and murder our fellow citizens. So, before it comes here, I'm asking you folks, can we please, for the love of all things holy, ban trucks? I know what you're thinking. That sounds crazy. You can't ban all trucks. You can't ban all trucks. Don't worry. Not all trucks. You can keep your Toyota 4Runners and your baggy Transformer avalanches and shit. Just the big heavy ones that can be used in mass murder. Now, truck enthusiasts, I'm sorry, we are going to have to close the truck show loophole. Thank you. I forget who, but you know who you are on Twitter who gave me that joke. That's brilliant. Or in the comments of the other one. Thank you. Because, that truck show loophole, you don't got to show any paperwork. You just got to sign some shit, show them a fake ID if you like, and the next thing you know, you're off with a semi. And you never know. You might decide to go nuts and run some people over. Now, if you're in a regular car, as we saw in Reno, Nevada, at the Wing Festival, well, the cops can just shoot you. A couple of times, you're dead. You plow into a vendor's booth, nobody gets hurt, no big deal. But when you're in a semi, I counted, man, it took 23 bullets to stop that motherfucker. So we got to ban these trucks. This is a scourge waiting to happen. It's already happened here in America with cars. Man in minivan went plowing down fucking Wing Street Avenue, Reno, Nevada, and was killed by an officer. I know you didn't hear about it, but it happened. Just type it in. Cop shoots man at Wingfest. You'll see. Drove right in. He was going to kill people. We're sure of it. Not really, but anyway. It's a trend, I'm saying. And if we don't put a stop to people buying semi-trucks right now, the next one's going to be worse. That's a fact. I'm sorry, it's just, I have these weird psychic apparitions, and I can hear you right now saying, that's the most ludicrous bullshit thing you've ever heard. Can I ask why? Why does that sound crazy? Why does it sound more crazy than when Omar Mateen walked into a nightclub with an AR-15 and killed 50 people? You wanted to ban the semi-automatic weapons. Not all guns, remember? Just the ones that can be used in mass killings. When the fuck are you people on the left going to come around to the idea that a man who's dedicated enough to murder one person, let alone 50, is not going to be stopped by legislation or by restrictive laws that make his tools more difficult to get to? What are you going to do next time when Omar Mateen of the next game can't fucking get a hold of a gun, and so he goes to the hardware store and produces a bomb out of literally any number of things in a simple Google search away? What will we ban then? What will we need to restrict the purchase of then? I mean, Christ, you already got to bring up your ID and fill a fucking form out to buy Sudafed. You can't stop a runny fucking nose in this country without having to sign a goddamn release form. What next? When will we tackle the cultural problems that lead a man to think, you know what I should do is I should get in the semi-truck and drive down a fucking street? Oh, I'm sorry, that cultural problem centers around Wahhabist, fundamentalist, jihadist Islamists who are hell-bent on destroying the fucking infidels and bringing the West to its knees? That's hard to talk about because your friends will call you xenophobic if you happen to mention that Omar Mateen called 911 and was like, oh, BT dubs, I'm going to murder these faggots for Allah and ISIS. The left in the fucking media says, oh, well, he just said that because he didn't want to admit he was gay. No, what he didn't want to do was die a faggot without taking a life of another faggot in order to show Allah that he was truly sorry for his lifestyle choice. And forgive me, folks, if you're offended when I use the term faggot, but you have to understand, the derogatory term does have a place in descriptive language. And in this particular instance, when a man goes through a fucking nightclub shooting people, in his mind, they're faggots. They're not good, decent, wholesome gay people who just want to dance the night away on ecstasy and anal nitrates. Amyl nitrates, I always say anal. Amyl nitrates. That's not what they see. They see a bunch of dirty faggots whose only path to heaven is their fucking machine gun. And when the Omar Mateens can't get machine guns, you look around Europe and Africa, they use bombs. And their kill counts are significantly higher. The guy in France with the fucking 83 is like, you know, the rest of ISIS is like, 6.5, dude. You could do better. You could have done better. You could have done better. He only gets 40 virgins. He only gets 40 virgins, guys. Because usually their kill counts are in the 100, 110, 200. Because they use bombs that cause structural damage and collateral damage. I've been doing my best, folks, to try and keep our conversations at less than 8 minutes a wrap, unless we're doing a full-on coffee blunt in the news, in which case those morning shows can go an hour or 20 minutes, whatever. But this has just been behind the scenes. I plan on releasing a higher quality version of this video. This is kind of a practice run, because I do want to do a solid banned trucks video. I haven't done the hard research yet, but I'm certain that there's a few more car attacks out there. That'll be a lot more fun to bring into this and intermingle it, because although it sounds ludicrous, trucks and cars are a tool of mass murderers. And that guy in France showed that with a semi-truck you can take out more people on a fucking street than you can with a machine gun in a crowded, enclosed, unescapable nightclub. Now, I don't want to ban fucking trucks, dudes. Okay? I don't want to ban Muslims either. I just think we need to have an honest conversation about the fact that there is a certain ideology out there that is motivating people to murder other people literally en masse. Maybe we ought to tackle that social problem, because it's a social problem. It's not like organic. It's not like people in the Arab world are predisposed genetically to be fucking blowing themselves up for Allah. Right? It's not xenophobic, it's not racist, it's reality, and that's okay. If we fucking can accept it, we can do something about it. And there are plenty of good Muslims out there who think reform is necessary, who think that we need to start, as Muslims, pushing away from the fundamentalist concept of Muslims. Maybe, you could call it Protestant Muslims. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. People forget Muslim is really a very young religion still. Islam is a very young religion. Muslims are not historically that old in comparison to like some of the older religions. Anyway, I digress. We're at 9 minutes. Thank you for tuning in, folks. I'd like to beg you, if I could, to like, subscribe, and share, because growing the channel is the only way that we can grow the message that stoners are not fucking idiots who don't think, who don't have a clue, who don't engage in the political discourse or the intellectual discourse. There is a renaissance occurring. You saw it in the trailer if you watched it. I was talking about it. Those guys, Undoomed, The Amazing Atheist, Paul Joseph Watson, Teal Deer, Vernaculus. Sorry, dude, in the trailer I called you Vernacular. If you ever watch this, I don't know if you will, but these guys are out there fighting the social warriors, the social justice warriors, who are young people who are motivated by the youth fervor, that motivation that all youth have to kick ass, take names, and be political and revolutional and rebels and shit. And that which the conspiracy theorists call the New World Order is most definitely taking advantage of that youth and their platform of communication, and they're happily engineering the language. And we need to stop that, because we are the Renaissance, and that's what a Renaissance does. A Renaissance comes in, it looks at the political and ideological landscape and the marketplace of ideas and says, there's a monopoly of stupid occurring here, and it's being done on purpose so that the 1% can maintain its status as the 1%. We got two options, folks. We can turn to violent revolution, which usually leads to lots of death, or we can have a renaissance, an intellectual and cultural revolution where we somehow come together and disregard the current status quo and just fucking ignore it if we have to. I don't know the solution. That's why we have to have the conversation. That's why I want you to like and subscribe and share, because I know you and some of your other stoner buddies out there are out there thinking and talking and having the same kinds of ideas and arguments that I'm having here with other people in the world. And if we can come together as a community, our voice can be heard. And I haven't found it. I haven't seen another thing on YouTube or any other social media that says, hey, you know what? You're a stoner, and I know you're not a fucking idiot. I know that you give shit about more things than Kim Kardashian's fake ass and whether or not fucking the new Halo game is going to be the greatest thing on earth. And don't get me wrong, I'm looking forward to a new Halo game just like you, but we're smokers, we're thinkers. That's what we're doing here. So, thanks for tuning in again. Please do like and subscribe and share. And this is where I'm going to go cut. And we'll break that whole chunk that we just did out. And now you're going to, if you want, kick back, relax, and watch me finish this doobie. I'm going to read some shit on the news and check out what's going on the channel situation. Let's see here, videos. We got currently live. Oh no, we're not currently live. Let's check this out. Let's see what happens when we put live at the end of our deal. Are we live? I can't tell. Either way, I'm going to stop recording now. Yeah, we're live. What the fuck? Alright. Let's check this out. Let's see what happens when we put live at the end. Cool. Good deal. So we're live. We're not being viewed by anybody, but you know what? I've said it before. That never bothers me. Every time I do a live stream, nobody seems to watch. And then, I fucking... I go back later and I see people have watched later on. So... And these are fun. It's fun to just sit here and smoke a joint and talk to a camera and hope that someday there's going to be people who give a shit to listen to what you have to say. Because as you know, stoners, there's like two kinds of stoner, right? There's kinds like, we just get stoned and they just sit around and they don't do anything, and they kind of suck a little bit. They're not really that interesting of people. And that's probably why they started smoking weed in the first place, because they needed something to create a social experience. Maybe they didn't like drinking. I don't know. Or maybe they do that too. But then there's the smokers who are passionate, artistic, creative, intelligent, articulate, passionate. Passionate. I said passionate already. Forgetful. Stoners are certain things. This is true. But I feel like there's an emphasis in the modern world, in this media that we have, that says, hey, you know what? Stoners need to fucking have low appreciation value in this culture. We need to look at them like they're idiots. And when they paint us as slightly smart, we're also always conspiracy nuts, you know? The stoner hacker who knows how to help the FBI agent get into the fucking secret information also smokes too much weed and talks about the lizard people. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't know if David Icke, I only bring up that because of the lizard people comment. I don't know if David Icke is sincere or what his deal is. I genuinely don't know. I would never spend money to go listen to him talk for 11 hours. I wouldn't expect you to listen to me talk for 11 hours for a shitload of money. I fucking don't even have a Patreon account. I just fucking ask people to listen to the ads for more than 30 seconds so I can make a little bit of money while I do what I like to do. I don't ever expect this to replace a real job, you know. It'd be neat if it did, but I don't expect that because, you know, I'm just a dude getting stoned on the fucking internet. I was excited with the last channel that made 70 cents in like 3 weeks because, you know, all I did for those 3 weeks was get high and rant. And that was neat, you know, to make 70 cents for doing that. Shit, right on, niggas. Now, what blew me away is that YouTube made $100 for that. For my 70 cents that I made, they made 100 fucking bucks. And that's okay. I only demonetized that last channel because I wanted to protest against the fact that YouTube doesn't have our backs. If a big conglomerate automatically using a bot determines that your video is not using their shit in fair use, they don't look at it. They just fucking deny your ass until you come to them with a real lawyer. YouTube should be paying somebody, a team of people if necessary, to investigate every DMCA request. Because right now it's a one-sided protection. It protects big corporations. If I want to know who a YouTuber is, I make an account, pose as though I'm Universal Studios, file a DMCA request complaint against them. Unless they're real smart, they're going to file back a fucking dispute. In that dispute, it's going to have all of their personal information and contact information. I have now doxed a person who may actively be using a handle to avoid receiving hate mail or harassment of some sort. That's how easy it is. And there's no protection for us users for that. There's none. There's no protection for us. We're fucked. We just get fucked. So YouTube should be having a division, a department that actively screens all of the DMCA requests and says, okay, this is obviously not legitimate or this is legitimate. This is Universal Studios. And if the person is using something in fair use, YouTube needs to fucking recognize that and say, hey, you know what, Universal or Viacom, we talked to our lawyers that we pay, they reviewed the video, and the video is being, your content's being used in fair use. You need to quit harassing these people. And then YouTube needs to work with YouTubers who are being harassed by fucking robots, man, okay? You guys got to understand. If you're watching this right now, let me tell you. I had 12 subscribers. I was very excited. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I made those 12 subscribers in less than a week with less than like 4 videos. Now, to me, that's pretty good, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This is all brand new to me. I'm learning the science of both video, graphics, and also, you know, how to best articulate ideas in less than 8 minutes, shit like that. And I'm learning this all at once. I'm learning how to best tailor my content to an audience. I'm learning how to define an audience. I'm learning how to go out there and find the audience and then expose myself to the audience. Are you ready, audience? I'm exposing myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Chill the fuck out. Chill out. Come back. I'm not going to pull my dick out. That's fucking weird. But it'd be funny, and that's funny. Expose myself. I need to expose myself to an audience, right? So I'm learning how to do all of this all at once. YouTube, I don't also need, on top of all the other shit that I'm learning how to do, okay, to also learn how to be a copyright lawyer. So YouTube needs to do something for us YouTubers, us creators, us content providers. Because, like I said, I've made 70 cents off my old channel. I don't never see that money because it's not enough money for YouTube to cut me a check. Do you understand? Like they don't cut you a check until you've made, I think it's $100. I made 70 cents, dudes. I will never fucking see that money. YouTube will keep all of the money. All of $100.70. Because that's what YouTube made. Total clicks per views or whatever, $100 and some odd cents is what my analytics said for the old channel. This channel has 1 subscriber. Thank you. I don't know if you want me to use your name, so I won't for now. But you know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate you joining us on the migration. It was really cool to click over to my subscribers list and see somebody from the old channel had made the move. My full circle here is that YouTube needs to have our backs because we're making them fucking serious loot. Serious fucking loot, guys. Consider for a moment, if I've made less than $1 and they've made $100, what happens when I make my $100? How much will they have made? I can't say or predict because each ad is a different value and there's a whole fucking science to that. But, and you know, I say we a lot here, we at Smoke to Think On. I mean you guys, you watchers, you viewers, you community members who participate in the comments and the subscribing and whatnot and sharing my videos. That's we. Okay, otherwise it's just me. I'm just here in a garage with this fucking screen behind me so that it takes your attention away from all the fucking boxes and garageness. And, you know, beats the hell out of, like, my room. I don't want to be that kind of YouTuber. I like the idea of kind of a studio, a separate place from my living quarters that I can rap and do this from. So, I guess I'm just coming back to full circle that we need to ban trucks because fucking trucks are dangerous. I'm just kidding. We're almost at the end of our doobie, so as usual, if you made it 21 minutes with me, you're fucking awesome. You deserve a blowjob. I won't be giving it to you, but tell someone you know who likes giving head that a random dude on the internet who smokes a lot of weed and talks about shit said, you know, earned your blowjob. You had earned it. Blowjob earned. Anyway. That's your official proof. You can go ahead and screenshot that. You earned it. Thanks a lot. Not told enough in this world that you're loved, so I'll tell you now that I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing and sharing, liking, all that good shit. And when the ads start clicking over, just do me a favor. 30 seconds, man. Every 30 seconds of watch time on an ad, I make a something. It's like a fraction of a cent, I'm sure, but you know what? Help me out, because this would be nice to expand a little bit, and that's my next goal, is working into actual some kind of studio space, not just a garage. So, thanks again. Take it easy. Have a great day.